Hi guys, so I wanted to come out and film. It's super hot today. It's in the hundreds, so I don't think I'm gonna venture outside. So I'm just sitting in the car. But I wanted to do a little video for you because I wanted to start putting up content on my YouTube channel. And I wanted to start doing some new things, some different types of videos that that aren't just my client readings. I understand that, you guys love to see my client readings and you guys love to see, all of that content, but I also feel like I really want to put out other stuff. I want to put out, rambling videos. I want to put out videos about, spirituality and videos about tarot and anything that you guys want to hear about. I want to talk about it. So, what I would love for you to do is after you watch this video, if you really enjoy it, let me know. And if you want to see something different, if you want to see certain topics for me to talk about, let me know. Because I do have access now to film pretty much whenever I want. Obviously I would go to a location to film, but this really allows me the opportunity to do just that. So for today, because it's so hot, I am filming from inside the car. I came to the park and I was gonna walk around and do a video, but it is, like I said, it's over 100 degrees outside and I am not pretty when I'm hot. So and I'm not feeling well either. I think I've caught a head cold, but anyways, I wanted to talk about how did I come to my spirituality? Where did my spirituality come from? How did I embark on the path? So just a quick little tidbit about, how that happened. I would say started about when I was 26. I am 31 now. So it's been, a few years. But I would say when I was 26, I was applying to be a dispatcher for one of the sheriff's departments out here. And I was in the process and I actually got all the way to the end. I signed my paperwork. I was going to be granted a job, and then out of nowhere, I was disqualified. I guess it was basically the rating that I got from my psychology interview. The psychologist felt I was a bit too emotional, too sensitive for the line of work. So they felt I wasn't going to be a good fit. And and I can understand and I completely respect that decision, but it was very heartbreaking at the time because I literally had it in my head that I was going to be a 911 dispatcher, and that was going to be the end of my career path. I was going to be set, I was going to be making good money, blah blah blah. So anyways, during that time, I started seeing 1111. Now, those of you guys who are familiar, 1111 is a number sequence that is very common, especially with spiritual awakenings. It means something different to different people. To me, 1111 really was that gateway. It was that opening. It was that one number sequence that I was noticing everywhere. It was catching my attention. And one being the first, well, I guess 0 would be it, but one being the first number of a sequence, you kind of look at it as the awakening, that opening, that general, the doorway opening to something new. That's exactly how I was seeing it. Anyways, I didn't understand 1111 at that time because I was very sad to say I was not super close-minded, but I was not in any sort of mindset of wanting to embark on any spiritual path. It was not on my radar. But I did notice, I remember taking notice of the 1111. I was thinking, wow, that's weird. I keep seeing that number. Wonder what that is. And I never really looked into it. I didn't look into it. I didn't want to see, I didn't care to read up on it more. Until after I was disqualified and I realized, okay, now I have to start from 0 all over again. I didn't know, I'm gonna take my glasses off so you guys can see better. I hate glare. It bugs me. I didn't know, basically, I didn't know where I was going to go from here. I didn't know if I was going to try to do a dispatcher position again. I didn't know if I was going to, you know, embark on a whole new path of career. I just knew I was so depressed. I wanted to cry all the time. That's all I was doing, was crying. And so anyways, it was about maybe a month, 2 months later, I decided if I am going to try to be a 911 dispatcher, I am going to need to figure out why they felt I was too sensitive, and not able to fit that kind of line of work. Like, was it something of my past that I brought up? Did I bring up something about, you know, because you have to pretty much come clean with your whole life. This is not a path. It was not an easy background check. Let's say that. Everything, like they dig up all your dirt. And so anyways, I feel like there was certain topics that just made them feel like I wasn't ready. I didn't have closure with certain like events that I went through in life. And yeah, so I seeked out therapy. That was basically when I signed myself up to attend 1 day a week, for an hour, a therapy session. And the girl that I found, she was actually an intern. So my sessions were free. The first 10 were free, and it was one of those like rape crisis places, because of the subject matter of the crap that I had to deal with. So the topic was like surrounding that, and it was surrounding women, and empowering women. And anyway, I did the therapy sessions, and I kid you not, every session I cried my eyes out. I went through so much emotional cleansing those 10 sessions. I cried. I don't think she ever saw me with dry eyes. I cried. I just, everything that was on my heart came out, and it was a very powerful experience. And it really helped me. So anyways, during that time, she asked me a question. She told me to start thinking about what is it that, sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable. She was asking me, what is it that what do I want to do with my life? And what are the things that interest me? That's basically what she was asking me. What are the things that interest me? What do you want to do with your life? And, you know, I always had answers for what everybody else wanted me to do. I knew my parents wanted me to be successful. They wanted me to make a lot of money. They wanted me to, you know, have a family and have kids and blah, blah, blah. But I never knew what it was that I wanted. What did I want? And so shortly after, I was looking at YouTube videos, and I stumbled on Kellyanne Maddox, her YouTube channel, and she was talking about tarot. And I never, in my wildest dreams, had any interest in tarot. I've heard of the cards, you know, I've always had an interest in astrology and that kind of thing, but because it was really taboo in my family, it wasn't something that I really wanted to open the can of worms about. But anyways, I was watching her video, and I was totally intrigued, and I was like, I need to see more of this. I need to, I need to really dig in deep and understand, what is tarot? What is she talking about? And so I did that, and basically she was talking about tarot, and she was teaching a tarot trainee course, and she was teaching people how to read the cards and how to basically become tarot readers. It was like I want to say a 6 or 7 video part series where she was discussing all of those things, and I thought it was super cool. So anyways, I took her little tarot training course. You guys could still do it. I think if you like search her playlist, you can see all of the videos. I think it's under tarot trainee or like some kind of a tarot reader course. So anyways, you can totally go check it out. Check out her channel if you don't follow her, by the way. Anyway, so I was doing that, and then I was so intrigued, and I was like, I need to have my own tarot deck. So I remember I ordered off of Amazon a used copy of the original Rider-Waite Tarot, and that came in the mail maybe like 4 or 5 days later. And that was the beginning of my tarot journey. Now, during this whole process, I was still going to therapy. I was still seeing 1111. It was just that initial like little snowball, that little piece of snow that started the whole snowball effect, if that makes any sense. And I just want to say that after that experience, it really opened up so much. It opened up so many doorways. I was reading tarot. I was learning tarot. I had a tarot blog. I was making friends within the tarot community online. I started, reading for people. I opened up my own shop. I started selling it was like a snowball effect. And within that whole time, I was noticing my psychic abilities were really changing. They were evolving. And the 1111 started turning into 222, 333. And it was like, next thing I knew, I was seeing like all these different number sequences everywhere. And it was just really cool. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. That's how my spiritual journey started. It started with a number sequence. It started with like a downward spiral, not getting the job, and not really knowing where I was going to be. And I was questioning my life, and I was in a very depressed time. But the 1111 sequences were starting to come up, and I was really starting to notice, okay, this is actually happening. So it's been a path that I have been on for a few years now. I haven't looked back. I have progressed. My abilities have changed. I am, still reading the tarot. The cackling moon became a legit thing. It's going to eventually become a legit location one day, but it's like little things at a time, and it's going to take time. But anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys, that if you were, wondering what kind of a, spiritual journey you're gonna be on, or how do people find themselves, or how do they even start on their spiritual paths, a lot of times, it just comes out of nowhere. And then there's times also where it comes out when you are in your most darkest moment, when you are in the pit of your life. And it's always like that little glimmer of hope, and it turns into something more. So don't lose faith, and always have hope. And if you are going through a rough time and you are waiting for that initial spark to ignite so that you can start your path, just know it's there. The signs are always there. It's just kind of like how much are you willing to dig in and look and really notice it. So it was a beautiful experience. I could probably go on more, but I won't bore you guys too long. But so anyways, I just wanted to say that. And if you guys have any questions, if you want to see other videos and me talking about certain things, let me know. I would really love to kind of start that whole making my channel something more than just client readings. Of course, I'm going to be posting my client readings still, but I want my channel to have like more content. So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys soon. Bye guys.